Yeah, if you were 500 pounds, I think your horse would be struggling. But I don't think, I'm going to say this, and I hope this isn't offensive to anyone, I don't think anyone that's 500 pounds could get on a horse.
I can tell you about the Doug trio I have in my apartment.
The Doug trio? Like the Pokemon?
Yeah.
Okay, talk about a Doug trio.
Well, I have this Doug trio that I bought. Have you ever heard of AliExpress?
I don't even know what a Doug trio... Like, what? I don't know any of the words you just said.
Have you heard of AliExpress.com?
Yeah,
No.
I have. It's a Pokemon. It's a Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
It's a little brown circle. Imagine like a whack-a-mole. It's like a whack-a-mole.
It's a Douglet is the single one. What's a Douglet? Douglet. I could be wrong.
Hi, Georgia.
But
Okay, dog's leaving.
all right, dog's out of here. All right, but I have this Doug trio. I collect a lot of like fun stuff for my apartment, and I keep it in my living room. But this is like my favorite thing, and I spent $50 on this. And I think you probably need a visual for it. But
Well, apparently I do. I was thinking like it was a little action figure.
can I pull up a picture?
Yes, pull up a picture.
Maybe you can
and then
like
send
snip a
it to me.
picture, and the So basically, it's like a pot. It's like a potted plant. But so
Okay.
within this pot, you have a Doug trio. So like it's 3 little diglets that are. That sounds really bad.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's a
Let
Pokemon.
me make sure they're called. I think they're called diglets.
No, they definitely are. Diglett is the single, and Doug Trio is the plural, and then there's like Doug Duo, which is 2 of them.
Diglet.
They're all in Pokemon
Diglet.
Go.
It's a diglet.
Yeah,
So,
you're right.
So you have a single diglet, and then you have Doug trio.
yeah.
Doug trio, which is three diglets in one, right? So I have this potted plant in the corner of my living room, and basically it's a Doug trio sticking out of it. I don't have to water it and stuff. I can't have like a plant because I would kill it. But
Oh, so you just have a pot of dirt in your living room?
but it's what's on the inside that matters. So I have this Doug trio. I'm not going to show you a picture, but I have literally it's like
Wait,
3.
I need the picture.
I'll paint a picture for your mind.
She
So
doesn't even know what the Pokemon looks like.
I know, I'm
I
so
at least have a
confused.
concept of what the Pokemon is.
right, okay, here I'll show you a Doug trio, and then I'll paint the picture. So it's like 3 of these guys. Cute little nose.
Okay.
You kind of stick out of the ground.
That's just like little poops.
Doug trio. Maybe let's see if I can find it. So this is a Doug trio.
Okay.
I don't know if I could show the camera.
He'll put it
it.
up. He'll
So
put it
you
up.
paid $50 for a pot?
I'll show you what I paid $50 for.
Okay. Was the pot extra, or is this...
No, the pot came with it. It came like with this little covering that looks like dirt, but it's the body within the pot is what I paid for.
Okay. No plant. There's room for a plant?
No,
But there's
it's
no
not like
plant.
it's roots. I mean, it is roots, but it's some very attractive roots. Figurine. Maybe that's the thing I need to look up.
So confused. So you're getting into the
that's
high-end
it.
collectible game, huh? Oh.
So on the outside, all you see is the top of the heads. But if you take off the dirt, that's on the inside.
When you said attractive roots.
So that's like
So
that you don't see that.
you don't unless if you remove the cover. But yeah, that's my favorite figurine I have at the moment.
That's so
I have a
weird.
Kermit. I have an Appa and a Momo. What else do I have?
I don't know. Is that Avatar?
Avatar stuff.
Oh, okay.
Avatar is the greatest TV show of all time.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I've heard that.
You've never watched Avatar?
No, it's on my
Freak.
to-do list. It's on my to-do
I've
list.
never seen it.
You've
Either
my watch
one.
later.
I've never seen either one.
either one? Like the Blue People? That one doesn't even
Blue
count.
People is horrible. I've only seen the first Blue People, and that one is just so terrible.
I saw it once when I was a kid and I didn't get it, and so I never watched it again.
It's kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say it's confusing, but I
It's
think
boring.
It is boring. It
It's
is-
not a boring ride at Disney World, though. It's a great ride.
Any ride.
I don't
pretty
even
much
want to
would
know
have
what a
be-
ride like that would be like.
Like, rides, you get the, they could change the theme, and it would
Did
still
you
be as
plug
fun,
in
I
your
think.
thing into the animal?
It's what?
Like, like they have that
You could say that.
I'm a little confused.
no, like in the thing, like they shoved their thing into the animal. And that's how they
They
build
do
a connection.
what?
That's how they. Well, it's like tentacles.
That's how they build a connection.
It's like tentacles.
Yeah,
That's how they
tentacles.
build a connection.
No, they're tentacles. Let's see if I can do this.
they've got one
They
organ in their body
right.
that externalizes everything they need. I think. So I think they get their nutrients through this thing. And they also meet their soulmate through this thing.
That's true because
And they connect to the tree.
They connect
don't
with
get
their mates the same way they connect with the animals too.
Yeah, they definitely do that.
But-
So they have like these horse birds,
Yeah.
and they jump on them. And
Oh,
if
you
the
don't-
horse
Yes,
birds,
yes.
yeah.
She's
That's
never
what the ride
seen it.
is.
That
No,
makes sense.
That's
She's
what
never
the
seen
ride
it.
is.
Oh, okay.
I think you're riding one of those.
Okay, so you're right, Colt. Do you connect your thing to the animal?
No, I just get on the ride and then you don't actually move anywhere. It's like one of those like immersive.
simulator.
Yeah, the
It's like-
simulation.
Oh,
ones.
it's the one where they spritz orange juice in your face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Spray a little Sunny D on your face.
Yeah,
They
it
do that.
smells.
It's at Disney
Honestly,
World?
it's
Okay.
splendid. Yeah, it's great.
It's an Animal
It
Kingdom.
But the tentacles, though, it's like it's kind of weird to look at, but they go like, and if
Yeah.
they connect,
It's like a
then
parasite.
literally it's kind of funny too because the
not.
animal's pupils like dilate.
Huh?
The animal's
get high?
pupils like dilate once you connect to it,
Oh.
which is a kind of
Isn't the
it's
second-
kind of
Did you
sus.
see the second one?
I never saw the second
Yeah, I
one.
didn't
I
either.
didn't care to. Anything Avatar that's not Avatar: The Last Airbender or Korra is
Okay.
it's not good
I feel weird.
in my opinion. I mean, it's just how it is. It's a very popular movie, and that's what they thought it would be. I don't know.
It's
a good way to
popular,
connect.
but It's definitely overrated.
I've never heard anybody who like genuinely really likes that movie.
I think old people do.
Really?
Yeah. I think
Like how old?
like if you're like 50 years old, you're like Avatar, best movie since Titanic.
Whoa.
That-
That's a statement.
I have never seen Titanic before.
Neither have I.
Really,
I think I watched it on TV. It's fine.
it's fine. Yeah,
It's fine.
I am a
Seen it?
sucker for love movies, though. So maybe that would be good for me.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You're
Maybe
hoping
not.
it would open you up in a new way.
Maybe.
Give you some insight into that world.
the love world
Into
that
that
I've
world.
not tampered with in a few years. So.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's me. Wow.
All right. Well,
Next episode we'll find Colton Love.
Please,
But on this
please
episode-
hook me up with somebody.
all right.
I'm desperate.
Let's run that intro.
Hey y'all, we poddin'.
What's up, gamers?
And
Welcome back.
non-gamers.
And non-gamers. Sorry, I never say that, and it got stuck in my tongue.
It's my line.
Anyways, welcome back to the Have Fun podcast. This is the podcast where you have your two hosts, me, Max, who's host number one, including also, but not limited to, your second host.
Delaney. Why
And-
did you just give Colton the mic like that?
I thought that was me. Yeah, that was my cue.
Sorry, that was a premature adjust of the mic. And also, we usually have a guest on this podcast. Who's guest this week?
Colton, aka Colt Bro.
This is the Have Fun podcast, where we interview our friends like they're celebrities, and usually they're not. You might not know them. You probably don't.
You definitely don't.
Most of the time, we
Actually,
know
you
them.
probably do.
You might. Most of the time, we know them. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we're merely acquaintances. But not this time. Me and Colton have been acquainted for a long time. Is that true?
It's been about
You can use your own mic, Colton. You don't have to feel
yeah,
pressured to
yeah,
use
that's
this.
fine. I kind of want to use my. Here. It's been I don't know. Let's see. It's been my freshman year of high school. 25. It's 11 years. About 11 years now.
I'd say that's about true.
Wow,
It's a long
that's a long time.
Yeah, a lot of good memories. A lot of crazy memories.
I have no memory of meeting you.
You don't? I don't know how I met you.
Me either.
I've just known
I
you
was
for a while.
probably
though.
just
I knew you
at
when
your
you were
house.
like actually a kid though.
yeah.
Because I know like
There's pictures of us
we're
when
like
I
the
was
same
9.
height now, and there was a time where I think you were half my height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we met when I was 9.
Are you 20?
I turn 20 next month.
Next month? Okay. Yeah, I'm 5 years older than you. That's insane. And I think Max is older than me.
Yeah, probably.
A few months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we graduated both, and well, I think you graduated a year later than me, but that's because you're at the middle college.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
same age though.
Crazy.
Is that the charged lemonade?
Mhm.
Yeah. trying to do a caffeine cleanse right now because I
Let's-
literally overdosed on caffeine
Oh,
finals week.
We haven't talked about the fact that one time Max drank 7 of those in one day.
You
Is
are
that
going
true?
to die.
That night you did the 24-hour.
oh yeah. I did drink. Did it? Was it 7 of them?
Somebody told me it was 7.
I think it was 5 of them.
Okay.
Then I had a 5-hour energy too. So maybe
I think
It's
there's
way
at
too
least 400 milligrams.
So long ago.
There's like 400 milligrams per charged lemonade. Like it's packed.
Yeah.
You should have 400 in a day, and you're like smaller than the average person.
Yeah, I normally split it between 2 days.
Oh, that's okay.
But that one's not going to be split between 2 days. That one's I'm going to drink today. But
Pound it today. All of it.
yeah, usually I get it and then I drink half of it and then I drink the other half in the morning.
Just one of them makes me sick.
I'm addicted to them. They're so good.
Is it just the
That's
caffeine,
crazy.
or is it the
I-
lemonade, or
I
the
don't
sugar?
know. It just always makes me sick. I had to stop
Sugar.
drinking them.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. I read this story. As soon as these came out, it was like a hot button topic. Everyone was like, the charred lemonades from Panera are so good. And I was like, they really are that good. And I read this article, and this girl that worked at Panera Bread was like trying to sue Panera because she would drink like 4 or 5 of these a shift. Like an 8-hour shift, she would drink in those. And then she was like, you guys didn't tell me that it had that much caffeine, but it says it right there.
So it's like 360
Yeah, it
milligrams per
definitely does.
serving.
right in front of your face
Right in
when
front.
you're filling it
Yeah,
out. It
yeah.
says it. And she was like, she said she's having like heart attack symptoms. Like,
Yeah, probably having some palpitations.
yeah, if you're drinking, what, 3,000 milligrams of caffeine?
You would probably come close to overdosing.
Yeah.
I think your brain would not know what to do if you had that much caffeine.
Yeah. I don't think you can really blame Panera for that one. I think that's user error.
The guy who created the Keurig also was having like heart attacks because of how much coffee he was intaking while creating the Keurig.
That's
you guys ever-
interesting.
Have you guys ever seen the owner of Bang Energy?
No.
Wait, is he like a social media guy?
I don't know, but I saw a picture of him. He embodies the person you'd think would consume thousands of milligrams of caffeine a day. Like his hair's like spiky.
Oh, yeah.
But like he's just an older guy. It's so funny. So
I think
yeah,
I have seen this.
you got to see a picture. Have you guys tried Prime?
No.
I haven't. But
It-
my baby cousins are obsessed with it.
Oh my goodness,
Babies drinking energy drinks?
that's not
Okay.
energy. There's no caffeine in Prime.
Oh, there's not.
No, it's
Oh.
just it's like a 0 sugar electrolyte replenishing drink,
Oh.
and I will say is fire. It is very tasty. But
This is what is the guy's name? YouTuber?
Logan Paul,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
Logan
his.
and Jake, yeah.
I don't think this is the guy you're talking about, because this is the guy that owns Bang.
That looks like him. That's definitely him. Look at his face.
I don't know if his hair's that spiky.
Yeah, I
But
don't
that's
think his
not what I
hair's spiky
pictured.
at all.
That's
No,
not what I
that's
pictured.
not how you described him.
No, but he looks like he's wired. Look at him.
He
Look
looks
at
like
that picture.
corporate
Are you
America.
kidding me?
Except for that giant
Zoom in.
Bang medallion across his neck.
And the double patterns.
Look at that dude.
He's definitely a little eccentric, but I expected him to be different physically.
Yeah, I expected him to have like blonde,
Yeah.
literal spikes.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I pictured.
Oh, maybe.
too.
Yeah,
Like
he- I
2000
mean-
skateboarder.
Yes.
I feel like he looks like how I described him, but it's
You
true.
said he had spiky hair. Did you say he had blonde hair?
His hair is spiky.
Because we both
How is that
pictured
not
blonde
spiky?
hair. Where do you see spikes?
He just looks like a caffeine addict.
It's those teeth. It's the veneers that he has.
Yeah, definitely. Look at
Oh, that's
He's balding.
not a flattering picture. That's a horrible picture. He doesn't look like that in all the other
he
pictures.
looks like a guy who's trying to sell cars on a third party.
The caption on this
Yeah.
is the CEO of Bang Energy Drinks looks exactly how you'd expect.
Precisely. Come on.
That's the photo. That's
So
That's bad.
that's what you expect from
I
him.
don't-
So
I think I've only had energy drinks from like the Starbucks ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really drink energy drinks that much.
I
But
didn't know Starbucks made energy drinks.
Yeah, they did.
Is it the ones you buy in the gas station, or do
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
Okay.
yeah, it's just like canned coffee.
No.
No. Oh,
No,
okay.
you're talking about the shots of espresso. I'm talking about actual energy drinks.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Hmm.
They're called.
They are called Baya Energies.
Oh, it's the fruit things?
Oh, I've never had I have seen that before though.
Yeah.
It's
that's
good?
the Starbucks. Yeah, they're decent.
How much caffeine's in it too? That's big for me because I think Rain makes the best tasting, but they also have 300 milligrams, and it's like
It's 160 milligrams.
Rainbow Sherbet. That's a
160?
good amount. That's a healthy amount of caffeine. You can have a couple of those a day and still be within the limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a caffeine addict.
Who isn't?
Delaney.
Probably not. I don't know. I'm pretty addicted to Dr. Pepper.
Diet
I don't
or
think there's that much
sugary?
caffeine in
Sugary?
pop
Oh, I
beer, right? It's
love-
mostly sugar.
I love aspartame. That might be a hot like
Aspartame addict.
I really do like, and people, I have like classmates who like tell me that I'm going to get cancer because I consume aspartame.
And you just don't care.
No, it's not true.
Oh.
All of the scientific studies I've read have not supported. Literally, it's all rat studies. They want to kill these rats, not humans.
Interesting.
It's kind of wrong. But
I think Colton could tell me any fact ever, and I would believe him blindly.
So
I'm
they're
honored.
feeding these rats Dr. Pepper?
they have fed them Dr. Pepper, caffeine, cocaine, heroin.
They gave rats cocaine.
Yeah. Well, that's to
Check
see
a
how they
movie
react.
about it.
Yeah. So, did you know cocaine is not a Schedule 1 drug, but marijuana is?
Schedule
does that mean?
Schedule
Yeah,
1
I
means
don't
like
know
the
what
most addictive drug like you can
Marijuana
consume.
is the most
That-
addictive?
No, that makes sense to me.
Or heroin?
That
is?
marijuana's more addictive.
Marijuana is legal.
No, I get that too.
It's addictive.
I get, yeah, it definitely.
Right.
I thought
Yeah.
one of the points was
Maybe
that
that's a
marijuana
hot
is not
topic.
addictive. I thought that's like
so
their main point.
That is 100% what I thought too, and then I learned it in my class this semester that like marijuana is like higher in the addictive category than cocaine. It's in like marijuana is in the same category as heroin,
Oh,
which is I don't know,
I didn't know that.
but also marijuana is legal. Also, marijuana doesn't kill people. I don't think.
Yeah, not
I
as
have
much.
heard that.
Not as much.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
I don't
But-
think you could die of it.
It's a
I think you could
safer
die
addiction.
well on it
Mm-hmm.
if you get behind the wheel of a car.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah.
But well, so what's more addictive, alcohol or marijuana?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Ooh.
Because they're both legal here.
Probably alcohol, just because of the reliance you can build on it. I don't know.
Which is more dangerous?
Definitely alcohol, especially if you withdraw. You can't die from withdrawing on marijuana, but you can go into respiratory depression if you consume alcohol.
That's crazy.
That's the medical person in me talking.
Frick.
Yeah.
Don't
Max
do
is
drugs,
addicted.
kids.
Max is
I'm
addicted to alcohol.
caffeine.
Oh no, I'm talking about alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah, I do drink beer. I like beer.
Non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic. I can't drink alcohol, but I do drink a lot of non-alcoholic beer.
That's just crazy.
It's so good.
I've never had non-alcoholic beer
That
before.
sounds disgusting.
I would
I
try
love
it though. I mean, I'm kind of a fan. Alcohol's not good for you.
Yeah, I don't like it. It just tastes like squirting hand sanitizer into my mouth.
You like that?
No, I just said I don't like it. Why'd you do that?
Why did that noise?
I thought you said you liked it, and you like what?
No, I just said. I just said. Roll back the tape. I said I don't like it. It's like squirting hand sanitizer into my mouth.
Stop. That was terrible. Anyway, let's.
Have you ever tried hand sanitizer before?
Yeah.
tasted it?
What's it taste like?
Tastes like alcohol. It's alcohol. It's 99% 999 alcohol. I think.
It's Budweiser. No alcohol. Or is that what you drink? Budweiser? No alcohol.
I've had Budweiser, but no, I drink like IPAs.
They make non-alcoholic IPAs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
They're the best.
I'm missing out.
I don't drink.
Yeah, you're 20. You're 19.
I'm 19
Wow.
currently.
Yeah, she's far off. Almost there. If you want to. It's not all it's cracked up to be.
Well, I drank in Berlin while it was legal, but
That's
we
cool.
talked about that
She
already.
got
So
blasted in Berlin.
I had my first beer in Canada when I was 19 because the drinking age was 19. And I had a really bad
What a weird
game.
age.
And I was I don't know why I did this. I had no desire to drink, but I chugged it anyway. Like I don't know why I did it. Like I just had one and I went home and I pouted because I had a bad game. The beginning of a
What?
I don't know.
what the heck?
Yeah.
So you went to a
so-
casino, you drank, and then lost. You lost and then drank.
No, I was playing a baseball game. I was in
you played
Canada for-
Canadian baseball?
You were in
Yeah.
Canada for a baseball game?
Yeah, for a tournament.
America's
Yeah.
favorite pastime has made it over to Canada.
It has. Actually, there's
I
a
didn't know
professional
that.
team in Canada,
Okay.
the Blue Jays.
Did know that, but
Oh, Blue Jays. And you played them in college. It was college.
College.
Baseball.
It was college baseball.
okay.
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 So,
Wow. Congrats, Canada. I didn't know you've made such strides in the modern era.
making strides. I think
You picked
Canada.
up a game that's been popular in America for the past 200 years.
What do you guys think Canada's national sport is? If you had to guess.
If I had to guess.
I
Man.
feel like it's obvious, but it's not.
Okay. Oh, I think. Oh, I know what it is.
What is
I
it?
know what it is. It's all right, at the same time. Ready?
No, I really, because I've got no clue.
Just guess.
I think it's hockey.
Oh, it's definitely hockey.
I think it's lacrosse.
No way.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that true?
Fact check me. I'll fact check myself. Can I
I was
do
gonna
that?
say like barrel rolling or syrup.
Syrup. Just syrup in
Isn't
general.
that their main export?
National sport.
Syrup.
Maybe I'm tripping. Lacrosse, ice hockey, and lacrosse.
Okay, so we
So they
were
changed it.
both
It used to be
right.
just
Weird.
lacrosse, though,
Used to be just lacrosse.
and now they changed it to hockey, which makes more sense.
Possible.
I feel like hockey.
Does that make more sense?
How do you play lacrosse in Canada?
What do you mean how?
It's like frozen all the time.
Is it?
Is it all the time?
No,
It's not that
Max.
far from us. It's an hour away. It's an hour
It
away
literally-
from us.
it's
We're
not
frozen all the time.
even an hour away from us. It's like right there.
Depends where.
We could just
Yeah, it
cross
depends
the lake.
where, but
If you're a New Labrador, is that how you say it?
What?
New Labrador. It's what part's like a. It's a.
It's a
what's it
dog.
called? No,
what do you mean?
it's what. What are their sects called? Of Canada,
provinces.
province, not Providence.
I don't think they're
province.
called sects. I think they're
provinces.
called province. Yeah.
There's a province in Canada called New Labrador.
Is that true? I literally cannot believe that that's true. I feel like I would have
Max,
heard
have you
that
ever
once
been
in
to
my
Canada?
entire life.
I haven't been wrong
Yeah, I've
yet.
been to
I haven't been
Canada.
wrong yet with the facts.
Was it
I've been
frozen?
Sharing.
No, it was. We went in springtime and it was not too different from here. It was incredibly windy. but
New Labrador. Oh, where'd
It's
it go?
literally
Oh,
on fire right now,
what's your
Colton.
phone?
Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been catching clouds off Canada.
I drove through Canada.
Newfoundland
The other day.
and New Labrador. I don't think it's spelt the same way as like
This
the
is,
dog.
but I can't believe that it's a Providence.
It's a Providence. Oh,
I
yeah.
thought that was
Is
like
that the word?
states.
No, it's a Providence.
I thought there was only like six.
It's a
provinces.
province. It's a province,
Province.
not
Oh,
a providence.
Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
Canada. Sorry.
Yeah, province.
Sorry.
Sorry
So-
to the Canadians.
Sorry to the Canadians.
And thank you
Hey.
for Tim Hortons.
Oh, thank
Oh
God.
yes, please.
Okay, let's just have a moment and thank Canada for everything that they've given us. Tim Hortons,
Justin Bieber.
That's true.
Beat you to
Ryan
it.
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that true? Who else? Joey Votto,
Okay.
baseball player.
And Tim Hortons.
The Weeknd. Is the Weeknd Canadian?
We could send the weekend back.
J. Cole.
Maple syrup, but I don't really
Or is
like
I think J.
syrup.
Cole's from
Maple
Europe.
syrup. Will Lego Batman? Lego Batman is from. Frick, I can't remember his last name. Sorry. brother.
Lego Batman's last name.
The actor. I can't remember the actor.
Hmm.
He's from Canada.
I'm sure there was more from Canada, right? Bacon,
Maybe his name
but
was
thick bacon.
Things that Canada are known for: craft beers, Canadian flag, marijuana use. That was their top 3.
Kind of summed up.
Seth
Rogen.
Rogen is from Canada.
Ah, Seth Rogen. Was he Batman?
No, but he smokes weed.
Oh, he does. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, he does smoke weed.
It's been legal
Superman.
there forever. Or what? Superman? What does that mean? Superman, the
Superman?
character?
It just says that they created Superman.
Superman's
A Canadian?
definitely an American person.
He's an American boy.
Well, he's actually
He's
he's an
Canada.
Maybe
alien.
the idea.
So no, he's an
Crafted.
American alien.
He's American.
Landed in Kansas.
American alien.
Oh, American writer, but a Canadian artist.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
So he was designed.
50-50.
So he's 33% Canadian, 33% American.
So he's an
The
alien
basketball
American.
came from Canada.
Basketball came from Canada.
Just
basketball?
the
ball?
basketball. The ball.
So weird. The
Just
sport?
the ball.
Not the sport, just the ball?
I don't know. I don't know.
Why would...
I'm just reading the list.
It's so weird. How do we never know that Canada was
AM
providing-
radio. Who uses AM radio though?
Not anymore. No one uses radio,
No
but
one.
Not anymore.
back in the
I
day.
definitely use FM radio.
You use
I
radio?
think Caillou is
In my
Canadian.
car,
Is that
I use
true?
FM radio that connects to my Bluetooth.
Oh, you have like one of those little injectors,
Mm-hmm.
just like Avatar. You got to connect your car.
Just like Avatar.
Well, that's how you do it.
I just
Yeah.
connect with my car.
Imagine if we had to connect, if we had to soul bond with our car every time we got in, or the first time we got
You
in.
do with your key.
Guys, they created walkie-talkies.
Canada.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Unless you have a button car. I have a button car.
So do I.
Oh.
But you do have to have that wireless
That
connection.
Bluetooth connection. Yeah, yeah.
I think that we get Canadian TV. I think that we're so close to Canada that we get Canadian shows, and everyone else in America is like, "What are you watching?"
They created lacrosse. It's
Oh.
it's their
Really?
invention.
That's why.
Okay, that's weird.
I feel like America's definitely taken over that game, though.
Really, I barely know what it is. I know it's a stick. There's like a net stick, and there's a ball.
In a net goal.
I think you just
Okay.
think America's taken it over because you've only seen Americans play it because you live in America.
That could for sure be true.
Like, I'm sure if we went to Canada, it would be a lot bigger of a deal.
I just think of that Harry Potter game where they fly on the brooms and they throw the thing.
It's called Quidditch.
Quidditch.
And that's what I think lacrosse is.
My alma mater, Bowling Green State, was the Quidditch national champions multiple years in a row.
Oh, it's a real game?
It's a real game.
How's that possible? They can't fly.
Yeah, you just run around with a stick in between your legs.
That's got to be the... That's horrible. That's got to be the worst game.
I mean,
Is it nerds or is it jocks?
both. It's like the
so
jocks. Like, there's
hybrids.
always those like fit nerds. Yeah.
You're joking about them running around with that, right?
No,
I'm
bro,
not.
for sure.
I'm so not.
I-
They run around with sticks between their legs.
They would
They
literally
run
do
around
it.
like this?
Colton was on the team.
I was not on the team. That was not true.
This is crazy to me.
But yeah, they run around with sticks. And they have like these. It's like three circles. So they have like two that are kind of
and then
in line with each other, then one on top, and you basically throw the ball through the hole.
And is that like lacrosse?
100%. No.
Oh,
No.
100%. No.
No.
I'm so confused here. What do you do in lacrosse? You besides throw the thing into the hole?
It's not a hole, is it?
It's a net.
Oh. Is there a goalie?
Yeah.
Oh, and
There's also a goalie in Quidditch.
well, then how are they different? If you're not flying, what's the difference?
You have a stick between your legs.
Okay, but
And,
okay, but
and the game ends when someone catches the snitch.
The snitch.
oh, in the show,
I've never seen Harry Potter.
Yeah, neither have
I've
I.
seen. No, that's
Oh,
a
I
lie.
have.
I've seen the first one.
so the ball has wings in the movie.
The snitch
That's
does.
true.
Does it have a mind of its own? Mm-hmm. All right. Well,
There's factors that they can't include.
yeah.
Like
why
what?
not just play lacrosse? I think I think that lacrosse and Quidditch are the same sport, but one of them has a
I
skin.
think you just don't know what lacrosse or Quidditch is.
Well, I definitely don't.
That's fair.
I definitely don't. It's all about putting balls in nets, right? Hoops,
Except
nets.
there's
Except
no
they're
nets in
hoops.
Quidditch.
There's no nets.
In Quidditch, use your hands. I think, right?
Oh, it says that the sport most similar to Quidditch is horseball.
What is horseball?
No idea.
Oh, wait. Horseball. I think I've seen this. This is just like you ride on horseback.
Yep.
And
And you throw a ball into hoops.
yeah. I've seen this before. I don't know where.
Horseball.
How interesting. Oh, wow.
That's sus, man. That is. How can you hang off a horse like that?
It's crazy.
That is so crazy.
The barrier to entry for horseball is so high.
The barrier to entry.
What does that mean?
Like, first of all, like in sports, you have like your cheap sports like basketball, where all you need is the basketball, and then a court, which is free at any park.
I see what you're saying. You need a horse.
Yeah.
You need
And
a
then
horse that
Football,
can-
you need to buy like the armor,
The armor.
Armor.
the suit. What's it
like-
called?
like
Pads?
Pads.
shoulder
Fo-
pads?
Yeah. And then horseball, you have to buy a horse. You have to buy whatever you throw the thing in. And then there's not just a horseball court anywhere. You can't just take a horse on a
Right.
football field, right?
Right. Yeah.
So it's Like you have
Where
to.
do they play this sport?
You have to be really rich. I think they play
Kentucky.
Probably England.
You think so? I was thinking England.
Definitely.
They're horse sports. If they can put a horse on a sport, they will.
I mean, Kentucky has the Derby,
Yeah, that's
Isn't that running?
different.
horse running, horse
Yeah.
sprinting.
Those are different types of horses.
Different types of horses.
Oh, do you think those are jockeys? The ones who do the horse ball?
Like the
Okay.
athletes?
Do you think they're short? Or are they tall
No.
or average
I
No,
height?
think
because
they're
they
all
gotta be
rich
able.
kids.
We just saw the picture. They have to be able to like hang off of the horse and grab the thing.
Yeah, I guess if you're
Gotta be
like 500
lengthy.
pounds, you can make the horse tip over.
Is that true?
What do you? What's the weight cap, do you think?
I
For
think it
horse ball?
depends on the horse.
Yeah, if you were 500 pounds, I think your horse would be struggling. But I don't think, I'm going to say this, and I hope this isn't offensive to anyone. I don't think anyone that's 500 pounds could get on a horse.
I can agree with that. I mean,
I can't picture a 500-pound person though.
Because horses are like 1,000, 1,200 pounds.
I had some patients who were large and they were not able to walk very well. So I feel like I would have a hard time getting on a horse, personally.
Yeah, I think even tall people have, they
Like-
can climb up there, but
It's not a matter of like, it's a skill. It's a skill. Maybe if someone who is 500 pounds is skilled. And also, like, what
Yeah.
if you're 500 pounds and 7'4"?
yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right about that.
So
I was
that
thinking,
could be a factor too. But then your feet would be
Right.
touching the ground.
But then
Unless
I don't think you want to get on an animal that tall. I think your head hit the barn. I think your head hit the barn.
yeah,
They're outdoors.
Well, yeah, but they start indoors.
They don't.
no, they
Oh,
don't.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
Well,
They start in the gates. They start in the gates, and you. So
That's
you
a
want
different
that low,
sport. That
you
is
want
a
that low
different
center
sport.
of gravity, so when they take off.
You're talking about horse races, which is not what we're talking about.
Oh, are we talking about horseball?
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought we were talking about Quidditch. Oh, shoot, my bad.
I think you have a disadvantage in horseball, like, because you're relying on an animal. What if your horse is having a bad day?
That's true. Yeah.
But are you yourself not an animal?
Well, yeah, but you're not only relying on your own self at this point. Like,
kinda
you're
like a team,
blamed
but you also
for a
have to-
team sport.
But if
Yeah.
you're playing
team
baseball,
sport.
you're relying on other people,
It's a team sport where your other
just
team
like you
members
rely on
first.
your animal.
Yeah, I guess, but
And some people have bad days too. You got to rely on them.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay, go on.
I guess that's true. So also you have to be really into horses and athletic to play horseball.
I wonder how athletic you have to be. Honestly, probably not that
No,
athletic.
I think you have to be pretty. You saw the picture. They have to hang off of the horse
Just got to be able to hang.
pick up the ball.
You could hang from a horse.
Get
and pick up
back
the ball.
up on the horse.
Could you hang from a horse?
Stick.
Not and get back up.
Okay.
So
Well, you could train to do that. You could train, but
Yeah.
they may have no leg coordination whatsoever. Although
the humans.
you have to have good. I think to ride a horse, you have to have good hip coordination.
Definitely.
You got to be able to, like know how to ride the horse. If you're like stiff as a board, then you won't be able to like
Have you guys ever ridden horses?
twice. Yeah.
I could say I've probably been maybe a passenger. But you know what?
Passenger.
I've ridden a pony.
A pony.
The ones at the fair that like can only go in a circle.
Yes, I've done that. I haven't ridden a horse, a purebred.
How old were you?
How old was I? I think I was like 9 or 10,
Okay.
11.
I was really hoping you would say, yeah, the summer.
Last summer.
Yeah, I've never done a thing where you like free ride and you like learn how to ride a horse.
I've never galloped on a horse before. But
Yeah, neither have I.
First horse I ever rid on, his name was Pepsi.
Oh,
Don't know how
cute.
I remember that, but he was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Good old Pepsi. I wonder if he's still alive. How long do horses live for?
It's a great question.
I don't know. I think they live for a long time.
I'm guessing he's still alive.
I think they do live for a while.
I think I was
People
like
have horses like the most of their life.
4 or
Like,
5.
They could have like I'd say like 20 something years they could have a horse.
I feel like that's
A decent
accurate.
part.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
a big animal.
You can grow up with a horse, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Snow White in that show.
I didn't watch that show.
It's called Once Upon a Time, and it wasn't Snow White. It was the Evil Queen.
Oh. Did you hear they're remaking Snow White? Have you heard this?
Yes, and have you heard all of the like
I have.
backlash about it?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I've heard a little bit. Every time these Disney reboots, there's so much backlash, and some of it's warranted, some of it's not.
I think some of it is warranted.
I think in this one, all of the backlash is warranted.
So
It's
tell me
crazy.
about it.
Well, for one, they didn't cast like any short people as the dwarves. They're all just regular sized men.
Why? What are they dwarves in the movie?
I don't know. They're just men.
Because what's
the point?
What's the issue
Right.
here? Like, well, the Hobbit did. Those were normal size actors, and they just made them look small, like the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but
But-
they're supposed to be dwarves, and there's real people with dwarfism.
Yeah. Why not?
I feel like the dwarfs isn't the elephant in the room.
No, the elephant in the room is
not.
Snow White herself.
Yeah.
Okay, I only saw one article on this, so
I've seen
tell me
so
about it.
Go ahead.
She hates Snow White to start with. She has watched the movie one time when she was a kid and said that she got scared of it, so she turned it off and never watched it again.
I also think that's not the elephant in the room. We're not addressing it.
The elephant in the room is that she's a Latina woman.
Okay. Okay.
Which Snow White, by trade,
Is white.
is like a
White.
super pale, blonde-haired.
No, I
woman.
agree with you.
And,
I think race doesn't matter in movies like The Little Mermaid. It didn't matter. She was a fish.
for sure.
Yeah.
But when the whole point of Snow White being as white as snow, that's like the whole premise of her name being Snow
Yeah.
White.
Okay. It's almost like it's if you went up to a Latino person and said Snow White, that seems like a racial comment.
It almost
Right.
seems offensive
It
to the Latino community, in my mind. And I'm not Latino, so I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah.
and I think it's not that she couldn't play a good Snow White. I'm sure she can, but it's almost more of the agenda pushing that I'm not a fan of. You're trying to like push something that doesn't need to be pushed, and yeah.
Well, this is where I think the tall men come into play. You're talking about being inclusive of people of all different races. Why are we not talking about the inclusivity of people with different abilities?
For sure. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I think there's
as small people as small people.
plenty of them.
Yeah.
Haven't you ever seen The Wizard of Oz? Have you seen The Wizard of Oz?
I have. Weren't those children?
No. No. I think all what are they called? Munchkins? All the Munchkins are short people, I think.
Munchkins. I'm
Munchkins?
not sure if I've ever actually seen.
Is that
Wizard of Oz.
wrong? Are they not Munchkins?
Talking about the monkeys?
No, he's talking
not
about
the flying monkeys. I'm
Munchkins.
talking about the little dwarf.
I know exactly what he's talking
Little
about. I just
dwarfies.
thought those
Wizard
were all
of
children.
Oz.
No, I don't think so, because they all have the voices. They're like, "The Wizard of Oz." I'm not going to put that in.
Are you talking about?
Munchkin Land? What the frick is it? It's
Are you-
Munchkin Land. What am I, stupid?
Oh no, you're so right. These are not children.
No, they're
Oh my goodness. Are those real people?
They can't be.
well. They definitely are wearing prosthetics a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're
Did you know the
represent?
the
I haven't seen it.
in The Greatest Showman, the super short man, he's actually CGI.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the one who dresses up as the British red coat guy.
What are we talking about?
The guy from The Greatest Showman,
Oh,
the little dwarf guy. He's actually CGI. He's not a real person.
he's not even a real person.
That's what I was told.
That's crazy. This says, in the musical, Munchkins are mostly portrayed by adult actors with dwarfism,
Oh, in the
but a
musical.
few average-sized children were also included as background extras.
I wonder about the people who are in Willy and the Wonka Factory.
That
you
was,
talking
that
about
was only one
Willy-
guy.
Loompas?
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate
Oh, wait, no.
Factory. Yeah.
Yeah,
In
you're
the-
right.
Is that one person?
I believe
They
so.
look very similar.
In the old one, it was a couple different actors, I think. In the new one, I think they just CGI cloned the same
Yeah, they've
guy.
got a couple. They got a couple guys.
Oompa
They're
How many
also
Loompas.
Oompa
remaking
Loompa
Willy
actors?
Wonka. Did you see that?
Are
Yeah,
they?
with Timothy Chalamet.
And I gotta say, I don't have anything against him, but he's not Gene Wilder in my mind.
I don't know who Timothy Chalamet is.
Really?
A boy who's attractive to girls.
Meh.
Okay,
Meh.
he's like a good actor.
Timothy.
I don't know.
Did you guys see Oppenheimer?
No.
Not yet.
Not at all.
What are your
Don't
thoughts
plan
on what's his name? Cillian? How do you say it? Murphy?
Oh, I think Cillian.
Is it Cillian? He's got a nice jawline, freak.
He's a nice jawline. He's
But
definitely.
he looks like a Yeah, he could play a good Willy Wonka. Yeah.
Yeah, but
No, he has the.
I don't think I watched the trailer. He doesn't bring.
How do you get a
Right
jawline
energy.
like that?
I
You're not
think it's
just born with that.
entirely
There's no
natural.
way
No,
you're
I
just
think you
born
are.
with something like that. You think so?
You can't change your jawline without surgery.
You can. It's a muscle you can build, though.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah.
I thought it was bones.
Well,
No, you
that's your
literally-
jaw.
You have a
But-
muscle here. It's called the masseter muscle.
So if you chew like
Yeah. So you're
Whoa.
like if you flex your jaw.
if
Whoa.
you do this all the time, you'll like get a
if
big
you,
jawline.
so actually, they make gum that's
Thick
like
gum
it's like more viscous. So when you
or
chew
less
it,
viscous.
more viscous.
Oh, okay.
Viscous. Yeah, more
High viscosity.
Viscosity.
I don't ever know what's going on in here.
Viscosity. Wow. What else is very viscous?
Well, I don't know the word.
Know what that word means.
Viscous. How would I define viscous?
I remember that from school, but apparently I didn't retain it.
Viscosity. Syrup.
Yeah.
Syrup has a high viscosity. Water's
Maybe I've just been pronouncing this word wrong my whole life.
not viscous. Water's not viscous. I could be saying this completely wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. What were we talking about? Oh.
I forget. Quidditch.
Oh, yes.
Back to Quidditch. I don't know how we got here.
Quidditch.
We touched on some politics for a second there. That's interesting. Kind of.
Which
Well,
ones?
What?
Oh, the reboot.
Cinematic politics.
Cinematic politics, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, which
Okay.
is interesting. I feel like that's not. I wonder. I don't
No,
know.
I want to go back to that.
Yeah, so
'Cause
do I.
I've seen clips of her where she talks about how they took out the entire love story of Snow White, which is like, whatever. Kind of makes the movie boring in my opinion. But
It's such an old movie and such a simple plot. If you take that away, that's like 40% of the movie.
yeah, she's like, it's not 1953 anymore. We don't need a man.
Make a different movie.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Or cast a different actress.
but she talks about how they casted a man, and there is like, she goes, people are going to assume it's a love story, but it's not. And then she goes, but they might cut all of his scenes anyway. It's Hollywood.
Oh,
What?
I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch it. I didn't watch the Mulan remake either.
It was pretty bad in my opinion.
They took out the music, and that was enough for me.
And
to
that's
not
the
wanna
best
watch it.
part. Really.
Did you guys see the Barbie movie?
Of course,
we've
of
talked about it a lot.
course.
What were your thoughts on that?
I loved the Barbie movie.
I thought it was pretty good too.
And my thoughts were that I thought it was pretty good.
So I think the Kens definitely carried the movie. But I will say,
interesting.
I think.
You're getting
that's a
canceled.
very male opinion.
bud.
Well, okay. My expectations going into it was literally the floor. I didn't expect it to be a great movie. And honestly, I went in and usually I feel like I can predict the plot. I couldn't predict the plot for that movie. Like they went to the real world and I kind of expected Ken and Barbie to like fall in love in the real world and have this predicament where they were like, oh, like do we go back? Do we stay here? And that wasn't that at all.
It was the complete opposite of
Ken
that,
went back to
actually.
make Kendom. And I want a sweatshirt that says
Should we
Well,
throw
I am
on
Knopf.
Barbie
I'm Knopf.
spoilers?
what?
Sure.
Barbie spoilers.
Oh yeah. Well, if you haven't seen it by now, then you probably
If
didn't
you
want
haven't
to see
seen
it.
it, you probably don't care.
Yeah, that's so true.
That's fair. But
He went back to make
Barbie, spoiler.
Yeah. Did you hear that they Mattel greenlit like 30 movies after the Barbie movie made money?
including a Barney one that's like a horror movie.
And they're all
Barney
gonna be-
horror movie.
Terrible, I think.
Yeah, I don't think anything's gonna live up to Barbie.
I don't think they're going to put as much effort into it as they did Barbie.
It's so true.
I like Barbie. Really, in the end, I think they did a good job with the.
It's definitely a quality movie, and it definitely wasn't like rushed or.
Right, I agree. Yeah,
But I think they're going to rush these other ones, and they're all going to be trash.
they might push them out too hard.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see Puss in Boots: The Last Wish?
Oh yeah, that one was good.
Oh my goodness! So I went in to watch. That's actually full circle. I went into the theaters to watch the new Avatar movie,
Okay.
and it was like a blizzard. And for some reason, they canceled the new Avatar movie because they didn't want a lot of people like swarming the theater to like watch it. So we got there, and they
So they
said,
kept
"I know
running Puss in Boots.
it's kind of weird." They said we have this one movie, then we have Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and I'm like, I hate Shrek. Not a Shrek fan.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I don't want to watch this movie. And then my two roommates are like, oh, but we should go watch Puss in Boots. Literally, I haven't laughed that hard in a movie in
It was
a while.
funny.
I actually felt like nervous with the villain. It was awesome.
It was a good villain.
It's a great
You were
villain.
like scared of the villain?
It's spooky. It's like actually like creepy.
I didn't watch it at all.
It's great. And then at the end, I literally shed a tear. At the end of the movie,
Wow.
like it hit every emotion possible, and it was fantastic. And I walked out just jaw dropped.
The stakes were high. There was real stakes.
And
you
I
thought
mean,
Puss could have died.
Yeah, legitimately. And I don't know. I love Perrito. Is that how you say his name? The dog. He's adorable.
Perrito is just Spanish for puppy.
I think that's his name. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was burrito for forever. But
I love the cricket. They had like a Jiminy Cricket looking
Did they?
what did he say?
character. He
Like,
goes,
you're a maniac. Like,
he's like, because he's like Delaney for you who didn't see the movie, for our resident host who did not watch Puss in Boots.
you need to watch it. It's on Netflix. Definitely go watch
Did you
it.
say coast?
I think I said resident hook. Resident. I was gonna say I almost said co-host,
I know. I feel like you just.
which I don't
mixed
think.
them.
I don't think that would have been wrong to say. I think that we're both co-hosts.
Yeah, I agree. I just think that you mixed those two words together and called me a coast.
Okay, well,
You're both coast.
we're both coast.
Okay.
We're very coast.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
So you know the Jiminy Cricket and the Pinocchio. He's like the conscience. The which character?
He's
is
the
it?
therapist in Once Upon a Time.
Oh, I think he's on one of the bad guy's shoulders, but the bad guy's not listening to him at all. He's like trying to help him, and the dude just like kills someone, and the Jiminy Cricket guy says, "Oh, I don't think you have any regard for human life at all." It's very funny.
Okay.
Who is that?
Jiminy Carter? Jiminy Cricket? Jim Carter? Jim
Carter's a president.
Jiminy? Jim?
Why are you looking at me like this? I'm so scared right now.
James Carter?
James Carter. Who is the president? At Once Upon a Time.
Andrew Carter?
Andrew. Was it Andrew or
Jackson?
James?
You guys are
James
both looking at
Carter?
me like I'm
Andrew
gonna answer
Jackson.
this question, and I
James?
don't know.
James Carter. Did your guys' parents make you memorize the
No.
the capitals?
Nope.
States? No, but I played Stack the States a lot.
What's Stack the States?
Yeah. What?
It was this app where you had to. It was like Tetris, I think.
Oh.
The states would fall, or like you had to like click the state based on what the capital was, or like what the shape of it was. Played that a lot in high school for no reason, just because I thought it was fun, and that's when I learned like stuff.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, tricked me into
So
learning.
do you know all of the capitals?
Me? Oh no. Gosh no.
Oh.
I was just asking for
That
some
was just
reason.
an interesting
Probably know a
question.
Yeah,
handful
yeah.
of them.
It's kind of random. I did learn a lot about my brain though in Mr. Priest geography class in high school. I think we had the same class. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, were we in the same hour or no? I think we weren't in the first year. but
Second year we were.
after
First
that,
year we
yeah.
weren't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it might have been first year. I forgot we had two separate classes. Kind of
Yeah.
wish they would have mixed us around.
I didn't take geography until my last year. I think that's probably why.
Of college?
Of middle college.
I
'Cause
never
skipped
took
it.
geography.
Huh.
I skipped
That was
it.
never a class that I needed
Oh,
to
really?
take.
In high school? Really? Huh.
I think this is world history and geography.
Yeah. So geography wasn't the actual class. It was geography mixed in world history.
Yeah.
Maybe
right?
that was what juniors took, but I took AP World History, and it was all about world religions.
Oh. Yeah. My high school only offered one AP class.
Yeah. They also
What was
Shout
that?
out to
offered us 4 or 5
Jefferson.
teachers.
It was calculus, and I thought it was awful. I didn't think it was taught well personally, but teach their own.
Amen. Amen to
Did
that.
you go to Jefferson all through high school?
No, I went to the middle college for my
I
first
thought you did.
2, and then I had to make this decision to play sports or not play sports, and
Whoa, was this before the middle college offered
yeah,
sports?
yeah. I was like
Interesting.
we were the second or third. I think we were the second class to come in for middle college, or maybe third.
I think third.
Wasn't
Yeah.
Avery the first?
Avery is the first, and there's a grade above us, and then we were
So third, yeah, we were the third class. It's crazy. Is what's his name? Still the not president,
Krieger?
principal? Yeah,
I think he is.
still the principal.
I had a dream the other night that I forget who it was, but it was like me and Joe, and
said, I forget who it was, but this is who it was.
Me and Joe.
You know how brains are when you're having dreams and people aren't like
Real.
constant and real.
Yeah.
So I think it was Joe or the essence of Joe, your brother.
Okay.
And we were like in this house, but there was also maybe a live audience because there was like a knock on the door. It was like your Mr. Rogers type setup. And there was a knock on the door, and we're like, who is that? Then the door opened, and it was like, wah, 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 the crowd going crazy and applauding. It was
were in a
Mr.
sitcom?
Kruger. What?
You said you were in a sitcom?
Yeah. It was Mr. Kruger, but he was like 90 years old. He had like a walker, and he walked in, he's like, hey. And we're all like, Mr. Kruger. And that was it.
Wow.
Bravo.
What a dream.
Bravo.
Yeah. It was epic, I think.
Colton, I think it's really funny how many brothers do you have and how I feel like I have a relationship with each of them separately and never together.
I feel like that's kind of the epitome of my brothers and I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because we're all very different people, too. How do you know Shane?
I was really close with Garrett
Garrett,
Hunley.
you were?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh,
Yeah. When
okay.
we were like 10, Garrett
Okay.
went to church with me and we got really close. And
I didn't know
we
that.
started hanging out with Shane.
Very cool. I miss Garrett. G Money Hunley.
Yeah.
And then Jacob, you know, through
Honestly, Jacob's just the brother,
yeah,
but
one of them.
but
The
I
brother or the mother.
did go to
You
school with
decide.
him.
And I don't know about our relationship.
Yeah.
We just have always been around each other, but we don't know each
We're
other.
just always within the same vicinity of each other.
Right, we wave and say,
Yeah.
hey,
Viscosity.
Hey.
yeah.
Not vicinity.
Viscosity.
We're in the same viscosity of each other.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
But and then Joey, how do you know Joey?
I don't really know how I know any of you, really. They're just always there.
We're just there.
How do
Okay.
you-
Like-
do-
That makes
are
you
you
feel a little
asking how
better.
you met him?
Like, I don't remember
How do you
meeting
know
Joe.
him?
But we've hung out. We traveled to Atlanta together.
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, I forgot you guys went to Passion.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. I almost went with you guys that year too.
That would have been so cool.
It would have been fun. But
Wow. You never get closer to anyone than you do going on like a car trip.
a road trip.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
long
yeah.
drive.
Did you ever ride with us to Green Lake in our car? Or did you always drive with someone else?
I was always in the either the vans
Oh, okay.
or since then I've driven myself mostly.
I was telling us a story a couple days ago to some of my classmates about how Shane like literally went to the ER because he ate too many sour straws and his tongue was profusely bleeding.
On the way to Green Lake?
On the way back, him and Gabe, they literally confiscated, by confiscating I mean they paid for all of the sour straws.
Right.
All the sour straws at the camp store.
Oh yeah.
They literally had stacks, like so many sour straws.
That's terrible.
And their goal was to consume as many. Like they tried to out eat each other on the way back from Wisconsin all the way back to Monroe. And I remember looking at Shane's
That's
tongue,
a 9-hour
raw, absolutely just raw with like I don't even know what it was, but yeah,
It's incredible. That's horrible.
Horrible.
yeah. But
I feel like I eat like a handful of Skittles and I'm like, I can't.
my teeth are so sensitive to like I love sour things, but I can't consume sour things in abundance. I should say, I could have like 20 sour Skittles and that's like enough for me.
Yeah, sour Skittles are crazy.
What's your guys' favorite childhood candy?
Childhood candy.
Has to be childhood, huh?
Or it could be now.
I don't really eat that much candy now, but as a kid, I really liked Reese's Pieces.
That's one of my least favorites, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Just
a bold statement.
well because whenever I eat little pellets of chocolate, I expect there to be chocolate.
That's peanut butter.
I know, but there's no chocolate in it. It's
No.
just peanut butter.
It's just peanut butter.
Not me. Not for me.
I like Swedish fish.
Oh,
I'd like
Right.
specifically.
that's like the worst
The
one.
frick?
No,
Oh,
the
they're
other
so
day,
good.
Connor brought us blue raspberry Swedish
yeah,
fish.
those were good.
They were good.
Were they? Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
good. Well, okay, it's a texture thing for me. Like you can't
Okay,
consume a
that's
Swedish
real.
fish without it like sticking to every part of your mouth. And their flavor's okay.
I love the flavor.
I honestly
And the
like
stickiness.
like full is it full disclosure?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like to suck on them.
Okay.
I like the
that's
suck
weird.
on Swedish fish. It's just, I don't know. I think it's a better way. Like you don't get
full. You just like put one whole
one fish in my mouth and suck on it.
Okay.
That's just what
that's
I mean.
wrong,
I
though.
really like the experience of biting into it.
Yeah. I like the cracks. I like the cracks.
The cracks.
When they bend and they crack and
Yeah.
you like lick the crack.
Oh,
You know.
I know. So
Nope.
I don't
Nope.
always
Nope.
suck on the fish, but sometimes I.
Do the cracks appear when you suck on them?
So when I bend them in half, yeah.
Well, the bending is the best part. They turn white.
You get that little, like, yeah, that's nice. That,
it is.
That is a nice crack.
You're coming around on them, huh?
Yeah. Did you guys ever have the, what are they called? They're like the rainbow strips.
The sour ones.
Oh, yeah. Airhead.
Those are like
Extreme
a
airheads.
baseball classic. They sold them in the concession stand.
Oh,
at
yeah.
baseball games.
Always.
The tray
always.
of sugar.
Dude, they're so good. We had those at our first youth group before I went to Redeemer. And I get those every weekend at Jones Soda.
Jones.
Jones Soda's fire
I don't
too.
know what that is.
It's like I don't want to say off-brand. I think it's probably pretty popular.
Yeah.
But-
it's like I don't really know. I'm speaking out of my mouth here, but
Interesting. I don't know how else you'd be speaking.
well, I can think of a couple things.
Okay.
Jones Soda is like a craft soda, but it's like really flavorful.
Yeah, it's very
things.
sweet. A lot of sugar, but
Never
it's
heard
good.
of it.
Yeah, it was good.
I used to go to this thing called the ECMO picnic because I was on this ECMO machine as a baby. I was like an experimental baby.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then and one year Jones Soda catered the picnic, so it was just endless free Jones sodas. It was awesome.
Do you remember what it felt like to be on ECMO? Or
No, I was like 6 months old.
6 months? You don't remember?
What is ECMO?
ECMO. You want me to explain it?
Yeah,
right
I
now?
do.
Okay. Basically, they get vasculature access to your body, and they basically suck the blood out. They remove the carbon dioxide. They add oxygen to it through this machine, which I don't know how it works.
Explain it to me like I'm 5.
And I was on this, but I actually don't know what it does.
You take a straw, you put it into your vein. Blood comes through the straw into a machine. It puts oxygen in your blood and puts it back in your body. It keeps you alive.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I know. But
Yeah.
it's pretty intense. They put a
more
lot of
than I
people
know.
on it for COVID.
I was early adopter of it. I was one of the first.
Yeah. Got that free Jones soda.
Yeah,
Shout
got that
out.
Jones hookup. Jones,
Yeah.
hit me up, brother.
Hit them up, bro.
Have you seen the show Manifest?
I have not.
In just one of the last ones, they like saved somebody's life by sticking a straw in like their neck.
Oh,
I don't really know what it did.
it's
but
when they're
then
choking.
The cricoidorectomy.
They
yeah.
they tricked one of the girls to go kill her, and they like had her rip out the straw, and then she died. It was just a
Yikes.
crazy scene because it was a 5-year-old
Oh no, that's so depressing.
yeah.
who got tricked. Not who died.
Oh,
who got
oh,
tricked
oh,
into
oh.
killing this woman.
Still depressing, but less. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Less.
Anyway.
It's just a show.
How do you guys usually close out this thing?
We hit that outro. No,
Actually,
we normally say
don't.
something.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure seeing you guys, getting to know you
Yeah. Do
more.
you have any closing words?
Plug that rap career.
Oh my gosh!
Colton's a rapper, low-key.
I was writing some. You should outro with Hot Boy.
I will. I can do that.
And tag Hot Boy by Vibe Jaden featuring Colt Bro. I'm here. I was actually
Who's
writing
Hot
some.
Boy?
It's a song that my friend Jaden and I wrote. You haven't heard Hot Boy? Oh man.
Oh, man,
So
you're in for a
Jaden,
treat.
Vibe Jaden is he's a Christian rapper. He's a pastor at my church on campus. He's
Okay.
awesome. He makes some great music. Like I actually like don't like cringy Christian rap, and he makes like solid
Yeah.
Christian rap music.
It's a
music
good
so,
quote. Yeah.
but we actually just released another song
I heard it.
called Dubs. So Dubs is me, Jaden, and our friend Jack, who's also on campus at Bowling Green.
Okay.
It's pretty popular. So, but yeah, my rap career. I was writing a verse on the way here actually too.
Wow.
So yeah, I've been considering branching out on my own stuff. But I just don't know if I have time for it right now. So I'll buy stuff when I finish PA school.
I'm clearly a fake fan. I didn't know any of this.
You gotta go listen to Hot Boy. It's like the beat. It's fire.
Beats kind of go hard.
The beats go hard. Like Jaden does not miss with the beats. So
No, he
or
doesn't.
Jack.
I like his song Midwest Cruise.
Midwest Cruise
That
is
one I'd
fire.
be bumping. It's actually on my summer playlist.
He just released a song today called
Our
Colin.
summer playlist or your summer
My
playlist?
personal summer playlist.
Okay.
Have you listened to Introvert yet? Oh my goodness.
know.
Or Cascade. Two of my
That one,
favorites.
yeah, I've heard that one,
Cascade is probably his best song, I think. And then he just released a song today called Colin, but it was about a friend of his who overdosed.
Wow.
Pretty heartfelt, but I really enjoyed
He's
it.
good. I like him.
He's a good storyteller. Have you ever met Jaden in person?
No.
You got to meet Jaden one of these days. Got to have him on
Probably
podcast
gotta get
here.
him on the podcast.
Hey, have me back down again. I'll bring him with me.
Yes,
So
sir. That'd be
let's go.
fire.
Cool. Yeah, I don't have any final official remarks, but go listen to Hot Boy. Listen to the Have Fun podcast. These guys are great.
Thanks.
See you later.
Delaney, do you have anything else to say?
Our next episode, we're getting my best friend on.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going to talk about some high school experiences. You're going to learn a little bit about me.
I'm going to learn a little bit, I think.
I think we're all going to learn a little bit.
Guys, go listen to some Colton on Spotify. I'm going to put it in the link in the description.
Go listen to Hot Boy.
Go listen to Hot Boy, and don't forget to have fun.
No olvides divertite.
¿Cómo estás?
See my God like a father, river floating like an otter, robot dog, yeah, it's got her. See you bench, you need a spotter, home seeking like a missile. New York trip, I got the sizzle. In the word, that's a pistol.
You just listened to a Have Fun podcast.